What's up, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of the Point After Podcast. We are your hosts, Caleb and Jay. What's happening, brother?
No, bro.
How you feeling, G?
I'm feeling good, man.
51, bro. We passed the 50 mark. Damn, bro. It's
Trying to get a triple digits, though. Let's get a triple digits, man.
that's gonna be
No, 100%. Yeah, when we get to 100, we're gonna have to see what's up. That one's gonna have to be special. That one's
that's gonna be one for them. One for the archives, bro.
Yeah, I'll grab the studio for that one. But
Yeah.
get into the show real quick.
Yes, sir.
I think it's time to worry about the Ravens.
Oh, we getting right to it.
Yeah, no, ain't no messing around, man. We got
Yes, sir.
business.
Yeah, it's time to worry about the Ravens, man. They're 1-3, and for me, like I'm gonna go through the injuries, for a second, but I'm just looking at the Baltimore Ravens, and for me, they just look like a team right now that just they just can't finish. Like they just look like they're just not engaged for me in those crucial moments. I mean, Derrick Henry now? We're going on 3 straight games he's fumbled, I believe.
Also just hasn't been producing.
Yeah, and then the secondary continues to have issues. It's god awful. The front four hasn't been as good, but I'm gonna read through some of their injuries real quick. They lost Nabian Matabuke for the season, one of the best interior defensive linemen in football. Likely is still out. Their tight end. Van Noy, their pass rusher, is still out. Ricard, their solid fullback, he's out. Ronnie Stanley, their Pro Bowl left tackle, he's out. Raquan Smith, one of the best linebackers in football, he's out. Marlon Humphrey, he's out. Nate Wiggins, their young corner, he's out. And, of course, Lamar Jackson is going to be out for I think it's like a week-to-week basis. But
we're going to call it 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're decimated by injuries right now. But overall, I'm just kind of getting the sense right now that this might be one of the years where you look at a great team and it's just like we just don't have it. It's not there. Combined with injuries, the way they've just sort of not been able to execute down the stretch in games, it kind of just feels like one of those years where it's not there.
And also, it just seems to be, I think, a play calling issue as well. It doesn't seem like the offense can.
You don't like Todd Monken?
Quite get going. Not really. I think a lot of Ravens fans have really ushered the point of letting Mike go, and they really ushered McDonald.
Their DC.
Yeah. And they kind of wanted. They kind of wanted. They're pushing for John to be out, and I don't. I see it, and I don't.
I forgot he was their DC. Though.
I do understand it to a point, and it does get to a point, right? But this defense hasn't produced late. You got to look at the defense as well.
Yeah, they haven't been good all year.
But now that you're losing key pieces like that, it only just detriments your team that more. And I think Lamar just might take weeks off just cause.
Yeah, I mean, really, you're looking at the most consistent player on their defense right now. I mean, outside of Raquan is Kyle Hamilton. I haven't really seen much from Malachi Starks this year.
Not at all.
Yeah,
my Green is done a little. He's definitely produced, but Starks has been very underwhelming.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, it just feels the Ravens' identity from years past. They've always been just great defensively. Like that. That's when you think of the Baltimore Ravens, you think of a fast, physical, disciplined defense.
They're none of the things right defense. Turnover happy.
Yeah. They're not doing none right now. Their offense is still putting up points. I mean, Lamar Jackson, to his credit, is still playing very well. He's playing like an MVP. Derrick Henry, yes, he's had his fumbles late, but I think for the most part, Derrick Henry's been pretty good. They're just defensively, they can't stop. I mean, they can't stop a Pee Wee football team right now. So it's tough to say, and I think we could be looking at the beginning of the end of John Harbaugh in Baltimore. I know we talked about it a few episodes ago about Harbaugh, and I don't think it's his fault. I think Harbaugh is a great coach.
It just gets to a point, where a team's got to move on from a long tenured coach. I think
Super Bowl champ.
I think Steelers are heading that way in the next probably 5 years as well with Tomlin. Whether it's deserved or not, whether it's right or wrong, it just happens that way.
Yeah, and like you said, I don't think this year it's not his fault. Like they're decimated and they haven't been playing well, but I think the Ravens front office, I don't think they're going to look at this year. I think they're more going to look at the last few years, their shortcomings.
And they're not disciplined late.
And they're going to put those last few seasons more into this.
Yep.
I think that's why we might be looking at the end for Harbaugh there, which, I mean, he's been there 17 years, bro. He's been there for a long time. He's the longest tenured coach in the NFL.
and he will find a job elsewhere. I
Oh,
will say that,
yeah, no
either
question.
as a coordinator or as a head coach. Whatever.
He won't be unemployed for long, bro.
No. That job will get cleaned up real quick, and I trust he will find a home somewhere. So.
Yes, but it's definitely the panic meter has been pushed in Baltimore for sure.
No, I would think so. I think I also think you need to,
Yeah, unfortunately,
I don't know.
Jaguars, their DC, who I was high on going into this year, they just defensively, they just don't. They're not. It's bad, bro. It's bad.
They're not good.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. We got another question here.
Oh man, I looked over your computer. All right. Oh man.
Yeah, it's already. Will Aaron Glenn be one and done? Shouldn't be deserved, by the way, because I feel like it lays on Fields here.
Yeah.
Not only that,
outside of week one Fields,
right? And I do feel like it does lay on Glenn's shoulders when it comes to defense. And
well, you know who his DC is? Steve Wilkes, your guy.
That is not my guy. But yeah, Steve Wilkes, not really a good DC, as you can see from the performance they had against Miami. It just didn't look great.
Yeah.
Miami was kind of doing whatever they wanted,
and
Tua was dicing it up. To his credit, finally get the wheels going. But I don't think he's doing that to a team over 500. Let's be honest here. And HN had a great game on the ground. I thought that was a great help. And I think Mike McDaniel's finally just saving his job, a little bit. Just
saving his job.
Just a little bit. But then again, then we get to the point of the Tyreek Hill injury.
I was just about to say that.
Exactly. So now the job is still in the pasture. So Mike, you're gonna get fired. So, but with Tyreek, man, it's such a nasty thing to see.
Yeah.
Prayers up.
Yeah, 100%.
Hope you heal very fast.
Yeah, it was one of the nastiest things I've seen recently.
Yeah, the way it spun back, that was gross.
Yeah,
but
it was
I also
pretty
think the reaction. I think people saw the laughing and everything that he was doing. I think that was more to. I think a part of it was, damn, I don't got to play with Tua no more. Okay, but I think a part of it, majority of it was, you might call it a career. He's getting up there in age. It is a hard injury not a hard injury to come back from, but a lot of rehab you have to do to come back.
Yeah,
from.
I think possibly one of the reasons why he was smiling is because maybe he found out that when they were, stabilizing his leg and putting him up on the cart, that they told him, hey, like it's not like a compound fracture, nothing crazy. They obviously it came out as a dislocation of his knee, his ACL rupture, but maybe he found out that it wasn't as bad as what he thought in that moment. Possibly that's why he maybe was happy. But
right.
But it's tough. Tough to see that from Tyreek Hill, especially at his age and what he's done in his career. You're right. This is potentially career ending.
It's unfortunate.
His agent Drew Rosenhaus came out and said that hey, like the surgery was a success, which is good. But they want him, and he expects to play at the start of next year.
Pushing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like a potentially. I mean, I hope he's back to start next year, but I think realistically,
you see Ayuk in the delays right now, so you know how that goes.
Yeah, I think this potentially for me could be he can miss the whole 2026 season. Then going into the next year, he'd be 34, and it's just especially the way Tyreek plays. We know him like. He's shifty. He likes to move laterally. He's really quick. Like
a lot depends on his legs. Yeah.
And the fact that he's had this injury later in his career, you're right. If he comes back, I don't know if we're going to see the same Tyreek Hill. I hope we do. So. I hope we do, but we're stretching it. But I think also, not to cut you off, I was going to say real quick. I think this for me also. I think this is probably the last time we're going to see him in a Dolphins jersey.
I think so as well. I'm going to have to agree with you there. But to get back on topic, actually. Will Aaron Glenn be one and done?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we got to get back.
Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's one and done, but it's going to depend on how this season goes.
It is.
If the Jets start 0-10.
Yeah, no, if it gets anywhere into the point of under 3 losses, I'm thinking Aaron Glenn's going to have to see the seat out and go back to DC.
And the thing about too, I was going to say is Aaron Glenn. Look, he started as a defensive backs coach with the Saints, same staff that did. Dan Campbell was the tight end coach of the Saints, And think about this: the Saints could have had Dan Campbell as their head coach, but that's another conversation for another day. But look, Aaron Glenn has a defensive background. He was the DC, obviously, with Detroit for those years under Dan Campbell. But this Jets defense just does not look good at all. And that's his forte. So the fact that the defense doesn't look good, the offense has been worrying. Yeah, the offense outside of week 1 has not been good. So you're right. I don't want to be one and done for Aaron Glenn because I think he is the right personality as far as how he carries himself and what I think he can be for this team. Mm-hmm. But we know that it's a result-oriented business. And the fact that you're supposed to be good at defense and your defense isn't good, and if we're looking at, like you said, potentially 0-8, 0-9, 0-10 start, I hate to say it, but Aaron Glenn could be one and done, man.
Oh, it definitely could.
And the team looks so disciplined too, man.
Yeah.
They just don't.
It just doesn't look great all around, especially against teams that you're kind of supposed to win against.
I picked them to beat Miami. Or not? Wait, did I? I don't know. Whatever. But they had a good chance to beat Miami, especially when Tyreek Hill went out. But man, they just
Still look good, man. Still look good. We're gonna move on, man.
Yeah.
Another race question here: could Drake Maye be the best quarterback from his class? Now, in that class, we have Jaden Daniels, of course, Caleb Williams, Drake Maye himself, Bo Nix, and J.J. McCarthy, Michael Penix Jr.
Your guy.
My guy, struggling. Now, to answer the question, to stay on topic here.
Yes.
No, he's not. But is he in conversation to be? Absolutely. With the weapons he doesn't have, he's doing a lot, and he's carrying a team that is very disciplined defensively. So I think he's getting a lot of help on the other side of the ball.
Your boy Stephon Diggs had his first 100-yard game.
It's looking good. It's looking good. He's got that baby coming. I'm sure that's extra motivation. But like I said, that defense is well disciplined. I feel like they just need to be consistent more on the ground. Mm-hmm. But Drake Maye has definitely put this team on his shoulders. It has shown he's one of the best quarterbacks from that class. His completion percentage has been phenomenal. He's been putting up consistent numbers as well. And I just think he's just been one of the better quarterbacks this year, specifically this year.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Even in that loss against sorry for cutting you off.
No worries, man.
Even in that loss against the Raiders, he still looked good in my opinion. In my opinion, I watched all the snaps. He looked good in that game, in my opinion.
Yeah, he had some moments. But, yeah, I mean, for me, I would say outside of that Raiders game, definitely look, the last 3 games, you're right. For me, he's been one of the best quarterbacks these last 3 weeks. He's been really good. And your boy Christian Gonzalez, I believe, will be back this week as well. That's another added to that secondary. But you're right. I mean, Drake Maye, for me, I'm going to put it like this. I think could he potentially be the best quarterback? Yes. But I think Jaden, for me, comfortably is that guy.
Outright.
I think with Drake Maye, I think easily. I think look at his rookie year, and now I think he's the second best quarterback in that class.
Absolutely. I think you put him over any of these guys, right? I think you put him over Caleb. There's really no argument there. Caleb hasn't really shown the growth to really stand in the pocket and fire and read a defense.
He's been a little bit more inconsistent than Drake Maye. His stats will say that he's been really good.
Of course.
But the eye test
put up good numbers.
The eye test is a little sketchy.
And Bo Nix, another guy who can be inconsistent and a guy who we haven't really seen win against good teams exactly.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And I have to agree with you there, Caleb, because you have mentioned that in a lot of arguments against Bo Nix. I'm going to have to agree with you there because he has shown against good teams he frequently struggles.
Look, I said it. Did Bo Nix have a really good rookie season? Yes. But a lot of their wins came against under 500 teams. You know what I mean?
And that defense is a lot of help.
Yeah, their defense is really good. But
granted, last game he did have a good game against.
No, he played well. Respect. No, he did. I think Bo Nix is a solid quarterback. But when people started saying like, "Oh, could he be like a top 5th?" Well, I don't know. I feel like that's maybe fair. But like
top 12.
Like when people started saying, "Hey, could Bo Nix potentially be like in the top 10?" That's where I was like,
that's where we started to slow down a little.
Yeah,
bit.
I think he still has his deficiencies at the quarterback position.
And obviously, like JJ, you just haven't seen enough from him, and he hasn't played enough. Obviously, injured right now.
Yeah.
So we can't really judge that, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think Bo Nix is solid, though. I think
Bo Nix is solid. I definitely think he's right there 1A, 1B, I think.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. All those quarterbacks right now, right?
Yep.
So we got Jaden, we got Drake Maye, we got Caleb, McCarthy, Bo Nix, Penix, right? Those 5? Or was that 5 or 6?
That might be 6. We suck at counting. Hey, math here ain't the strong suit, okay?
Yeah. Chat GPT, baby.
Chat GPT, dog.
If it's 5, bro, I'm gonna be happy.
I think that's 6.
All right, whatever. So if you had to rank,
if I'm ranking them,
yeah,
if you want me to just
rank all those quarterbacks.
I know you want to go into a little explanation, but I'll just rank them.
Go.
Yeah. 6 first round quarterbacks. Yep.
Cool.
So Jaden 1,
Mhm.
Drake 2,
Mhm.
Bo 3.
Oh, so you like Bo more than Caleb?
Yeah.
Okay.
Caleb 4, Penix 5, JJ 6. That's where I sit.
Cool.
Comfortably.
Comfortably. I feel like Caleb and Bo is.
No, I feel like Bo's consistently better than.
You're right, and he won a lot. He won games his rookie year. You know,
right.
he played some good football. You're right. That's not crazy, but shout out to Drake Maye, man. He's been balling really well. I mean, hey, I had my questions about when he came out of college. For me personally,
We all did.
But you know, for me, like I like Drake, man. I think he's a really young player. I mean, he's leading the league right now in completion percentage. He's second in rating. He's 11th in QBR. He's 6th in passing yards, and he's tied 8th for touchdowns. Those are just some numbers to read off for you. Right. But he's been, even just taking stats alone, when I've watched him play,
passes. His passes are lovely.
He's looked solid, man. He looks really good. Second best. I tweeted it. Second best quarterback in that division behind Josh.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
Sorry, Tua.
Sorry, ain't no sorry Tua. That's a fact. But to move on. I'll start this off for you. Question is, are the Jaguars for real coming off of this past week? The win against my Niners, man. We got to swallow that one. But to answer the question, I don't think so. I think Lawrence in this game continued to show his inconsistencies. Finally got Brian Thomas the ball a lot more. I will say I did see a lot of that. Got it to the sideline, got it to him open, and Brian,
bro.
No. That's where this sums up my answer to this question is ETN is going to be relied upon a lot this season. And I think that could really be a detriment to a running back, because I feel like running backs, use them as a tandem. You got to look at Detroit, you know what I'm saying, that they're prime with that. So, and that's not sustainable in any way, I don't feel like. Mm-hmm. And even Lawrence throwing to Brian Thomas, he didn't really do too much, but at the end of the day, they still got the win, and I think their defense mainly played a big part in that. I think their defense is showing a lot of their prowess this year, and they're becoming that old Jaguars I used to know, where they're very good defensively, and I think that's being shown. And also, I think Lawrence did okay in taking advantage of a young, weak defense in the Niners, Niners without Bosa, and a young secondary. So.
Yeah, to straight answer your question, do I think they're legit? Not yet. I think I got to see a few more weeks from them. What's their upcoming schedule?
They are 3-1 as of right now. It's kind of a bit of a flawed schedule, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They take a win against the Panthers in week 1, obvious, right? And then you lose against Burrow and the Bengals, and then they catch a win against a struggling Stroud in Houston. So I feel like it's kind of flawed, right?
So they got Kansas City and Seattle up next. If they win those 2 games,
then we'll talk.
Right.
Then we'll talk.
Yeah. Right now, no doubt, they've been playing way better than I thought they were at the start of the season.
Lawrence hasn't looked great to me. He's no diss to him, and he's made to the NFL, and I'm just a dude on the couch. But he's just a guy who he's okay. He's just okay. He's a guy who could just get it done for you. But he could also be a guy who could throw the game away.
Yeah, he has incredible talent, but you're right. He at this point, I think it's a lot more of potential with Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean?
He does have weapons. It's not like he doesn't have the weapons to succeed. He has amazing weapons.
Yeah, shout out to ETN, man, because he
19 carries as well. 19.
The last few years, he's been okay. He's had his injuries, but this year he looks really fully healthy, and he looks like the ETN we saw his rookie year. So great to see him, and thank God Brian Thomas finally got involved. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it's only 5 catches, but it's more than what.
For real. But their defense, man, I'll tell you what. One guy I wanted to point out on their defense is Devin Lloyd, their linebacker. That guy right there.
And Hines Allen has been
he's a
phenomenal.
stud too.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, both of those guys are great. But Devin Lloyd for me, even Tyson Campbell as well. The young corner underrated.
9 tackles against the Niners.
But Devin Lloyd for me, I think we're looking at a potential All-Pro linebacker.
Come on. That's no question.
He looks really, really good, man.
I agree.
He's an absolute stud. But yeah, they've got some pieces. I have my concerns about their defense going into this year, but they've got some playmakers there. And I mean, if Trevor Lawrence plays better and they can, like I said, get these next couple of wins, then we can start looking at Jacksonville. But right now, I'm still a few weeks away from being bought. They gotta show me a little bit more.
I hear you. I do want to move on to this next topic, though. Your boy, Dillion Gabriel named the starter over Shedeur Sanders, who I personally think should have been taken by the Raiders. In my opinion, Shedeur should have been there. In my opinion, either what Caleb loves to say, sit behind Geno, which Shedeur could have done. I don't see why that couldn't have been the case. But and that offseason picture could have.
Kenny Pickett, maybe.
That's rough. Anyways, but he is named the starter over Shedeur, and he is. I do want to mention this, and it is going to play a big part. He's going against Minnesota and Brian Flores. That defense, and mind you, I think Brian Flores is 5-0 against rookie quarterbacks.
So you're saying Gabriel's going to have a good game?
Gabriel's going to have a phenomenal game here. I think he's going to have a great game here. And I think he's going to light it up. 200 yards, 2 TDs.
Bro, you don't even.
All right.
I know you don't. The way you were talking before we went live, bro, you did not tell the real, bro.
Yeah,
Tell
no,
how you feel.
Yeah, no. I don't think Dillion should be starting over Shedeur. In my opinion, I think this is blasphemous. If we look at how the draft went, we look how the process, the combine, and everything went. I don't think Dillion was aspired to be a high pick. I think Browns definitely reached. I think you definitely could have got a better pick at value there, in my opinion. Didn't need to pick 2 rookie quarterbacks as well. I think they did. This is showing to me that they're having Shedeur there a lot for media's sake, for attention's sake, relevance sake, per se.
That video on the sideline where Dillion Gabriel goes in or whatever, he's just like,
yeah. and I just don't think they're setting up Dillion for success either, though. And also, you got to look at it. And to Caleb's point, it is a valid point. You don't put Shedeur out there with a terrible team and a terrible offense. That O-line as well. Granted, you do have some decent weapons. Don't have a running game, to be fair. Dillon's going to get ate up. Let's be real. Vikings is going to have a defensive win this upcoming week.
Yeah,
and Browns are going to be 1-4. And I do think over under Dillion throwing 2 picks. I'm going to say under.
Against that defense?
True.
Shoot.
And it's over the middle of the field, and how Brian Flores does the disguises against those rookie, he be messing them up in the pre-snap. But I'm actually gonna go over.
I'm gonna
go over on that one.
Yeah, look, we had an animated conversation.
If he has a good game though, prepare. I'm prepared to eat my words.
Like, we had a real animated conversation before we went live about this. But look,
I see valid in your points, though. Okay. I do see valid in your points with Shedeur. You do want, but also I do think there is a point to Browns not giving a fuck about Shedeur. I do think there is that.
I'll say this.
He'll say this.
Do I think Shedeur potentially is a better quarterback than Dillion Gabriel? Yes. Do I think Dillion Gabriel is trash? No. Because when he was at Oregon, he was really good, man.
He's okay.
He was good.
He could be good in the short
and the preseason
intermediate.
Don't lie in the preseason. He looked all right in the preseason. I get his preseason, but he looked all right
because they were setting it up nice for him, mind you.
Yeah.
Let's not ignore the good play calling they had for Shedeur in that first game Shedeur played, and then the drastic switch in his play calling they did for Shedeur to make him look like that. And it probably inflicted this decision as well.
Yeah.
But yes, he did look decent in that preseason game. I will give props.
Yeah. And how you just said about how like the Browns overall as a team, you're like, man, this team isn't going anywhere. So I think actually what Stefanski and these guys are doing, I think they realize that, hey, Shedeur is probably our best quarterback here.
That's what you think Kevin thinks, really?
But he realizes, okay, why am I going to put him out there when we're not a playoff team? We'll at the best we'll win 6 games, maybe.
Well, why does it got to be a playoff team? Okay,
We're not even a playoff team. Like I will not be surprised if the Browns are in discussion for the first overall pick, dude.
okay. No,
I'm gonna be honest. I know they got talent, but respectfully,
I think
bro.
the Jets are more in line there.
But they're gonna be they're probably gonna be top 3.
Yeah.
So I think Stefanski is looking at it like, okay, like I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna give Gabriel a few starts here.
Get another O-line piece in the draft to help Shedeur out next year.
Yeah, I think they're gonna give Gabriel a few starts, but then I think they're also later in the season gonna give Shedeur a few cracks. But I think they don't want to throw him out this early when it's like, hey, we still got a chance to be competitive here. Hey, and put that
They
kind
are
of
1-3 though.
Well, yeah, and put the pressure on him where it's like, okay, like he has to perform right now because he's the quote unquote savior. I think Stefanski, they're looking at the situation like, okay, Shedeur's probably our best quarterback here, but we're not going to put him out there in a position where if he plays bad, he'll get scrutinized and say, oh, why'd you play him? The team's not that good, that sort of thing. I think it's right for them to just sit him now and maybe play him later in the season when the season's pretty much already over. Get him a few reps in a few games. So then going into next year, where I think he'll have a real chance at being the starter next season. So I personally like the decision to go with Dillion Gabriel because he showed you a little bit in the preseason. And I think right now, since he is, I believe he's older than Shedeur too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I believe he's old.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think Dillion Gabriel for right now, I think just gives them more of a steadier option. And Shedeur has his, let's be real, man. Shedeur has his flaws too, man.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean?
He does hold on to the ball a lot.
You know what I mean? And I think, again, his footwork in the pocket, like I think as well, a lot of times where he isn't balanced enough, I think at times where he can be just mechanically like not consistent. We look at Dillion Gabriel, he was pretty soft. Like I said, bro, he really played well at Oregon, man. Like he was really good. So I see what the Browns are doing here. I think it's right to go with Dillion Gabriel now, and then potentially what I think they will do is play Shedeur later. So, like I said, I'm just gonna say it, bro. Where are the Browns going this year? Like, where are they going? Respectfully, like I agree. I hear what you're saying about, hey, play young guys now, play them now. But it's like, okay, what if Shedeur plays it now because everyone wants to see him because people think he should have went in the first round, and then he doesn't play well. Well, it's the team, or it's Shedeur wasn't ready.
Well, that's the thing, though. He was supposed to go first round, and he went 5th. So I feel like that, especially now him sitting, and being a 3rd string, I feel like that kind of just pulls that weight just a little bit more off of him. Of course, when he gets in the game, all eyes are on him. Of course,
that's what I'm saying.
He's the Sanders, but you know what I'm saying. I understand both. I understand both sides.
Like you said, bro, if Shedeur were to start the season at the quarterback, or he came in game 2 or 3, the perception would be the people think Shedeur would be good right away, and he would be able to help compete with his team right away. And
I think that would definitely be the narrative. Yeah.
And then if Shedeur ended up not playing good, well, you know how the narrative would shift. So, like, I think people keep saying, "Oh, the Browns are doing him a disservice, this and that. They want out for him." Dude, I don't see it like that, man. I think they have a plan for Shedeur, and they're taking him slowly because they realize this team isn't good enough. I put it like this. I think if this was the Niners, like let's say like this, right? Let's say instead of Brock Purdy in that draft, Shedeur was in that draft, and they drafted Shedeur. I wouldn't have no problem with Shedeur playing right away on that Niners team because the talent they had around him on both sides of the ball, the coaching staff, the experience of that team. That team was ready to compete. This Browns team is not ready to compete.
That's fair.
So,
and I do hear your point. I do like that though. Play him later in the season.
But yeah, play him later.
But get him some reps at least.
Yes,
get him something. I'm not in line of just sitting the whole season.
Yeah.
Especially we got to account. God forbid an injury happens, but injuries do happen, and clearly, not even this last season. These past 2 seasons, injuries have been a detriment to every single team, and nobody's safe.
And I think one little nugget too is I think it's good for Shedeur to watch someone like Joe Flacco, a veteran who's done in this league. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Yep.
Watching him and how he prepares for each and every game, how he commands the huddle, the line of scrimmage, just watching a pro week in and week out, I think it's been good for Shedeur. So, but like, I agree with you. He'll get his chance, but I think right now it's smart to go with Dillion Gabriel.
All right. Dillion Gabriel it is. Does he win against the Vikings?
No. Respect.
Score? We could already throw this in the point after week 5 picks right now. Go ahead then.
If I had to pick a score,
we're actually including scores today. We'll include scores today.
I'm gonna go 27-10.
27-10.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go. Is JJ playing?
Maybe 13. I don't know.
JJ playing?
I think it's still Carson Wentz. I think McCarthy's on IR, I believe.
Oh, I think we're gonna go 24-3. All right. So we got the point after next and last topic here, folks. We got the point after week 5 picks here with scores.
I love you,
with
bro.
Scores. Yeah, I like you too. That.
This guy's
We're gonna do it with the scores. We're not gonna break down too much here.
Are we just gonna pick wins or losses? Just wins, losses, or scores? I think wins, losses.
Wins, losses better.
Yeah, it's just faster. Yeah.
You got the Thursday Niners in Los Angeles.
I'm gonna go Rams just off because the uncertainty at the quarterback position. I think the Rams have been playing better.
I'm gonna have to unfortunately go with the Niners, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
Man, stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Mac down, baby. Hey. But yeah, I'm going with the Niners, man. Never teeter. Never teeter here.
I got you.
Fuck the Rams. It is divisional game here.
Yeah.
And y'all are getting slapped, whether it's Mac, whether it's Purdy on that weak toe. And that young defense. And I think Saleh will have a better game plan. And then I feel like the Niners do play Stafford very well, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right. Sound good? Now I really want to get to this game. We haven't addressed them all video. I want to get to this game. We got the Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. Danny Dimes, baby. Danny Dimes, your guy. Woo!
Look, I'm a Raider fan.
Geno Smith?
That's my guy. He's having a tough start, but hey, you know what? At the end of the day, man, they wrote me off. I ain't right back up. At the end of the day, but look, I gotta be real. We gotta be honest on the shows. We gotta be real. I'm gonna go
bias out.
I'm going with the Colts here. They've been playing better than the Raiders are. Daniel Jones, I said for me would be my pick for MVP this year. Jay, look at me like I'm have some issues, but
I didn't even look at you wrong there.
But I'm gonna go Colts, man. I think they've been as good.
He lost his last game though. He looked good though.
They look good. Unfortunately, I hate to bring it up. Audie Mitchell had the 2 moments, dropping the ball before the end zone. Then the missed block.
Can we address that real quick? Yeah. Hold on to the ball, until you cross the line. Then you do it.
Hey, you know what?
I don't understand this.
It happens. We all make mistakes. It happens. But I'm gonna go Colts here. Raiders will keep it close, though, I believe. Time to fire up the mock drafts. All right, let's move on.
Who's your guys' prospect you guys looking at right now?
I don't know yet, dude.
TJ Parker. What's Jeremiah Smith?
Bro, I don't think he's ready yet. I think next year.
Ryan Wood?
No, I think next year. Those guys are true freshmen last year. But I love my Raiders. My heart is obviously going to go Raiders, but head is just picking. Got to go with Colts.
Yeah. I'm going to agree. I'm going to have to agree there. Going to go with Colts.
Cool.
Easy win.
Okay, buddy.
All right. Easy. All right. We got Jackson Dart. Shout out to Jackson Dart and the Giants and Cam Scatterbo.
Scatty, he's a stud, bro. Hey,
CTE personified.
I know I picked Emeka to win Rookie of the Year, but Scatty's throwing his name in there too.
And I think
and Jensen.
I also think Jensen looked great.
They let him get back to his Michael Myers stance.
And look what happened.
Yeah. But yeah, what's the game today?
Giants and New Orleans. I think Giants take this. I think this is a good game for Dart to really establish himself in the pocket. I know he was doing a lot of kind of hero ball against the Chargers, just kind of playing.
Yes, a nice scramble play.
Absolutely, just playing ball. But I think here, I think he gets really more comfortable in the pocket, and I think he throws a lot more to his weapons. Malik Neighbors, heal up, brother. Tough injury.
Yeah, they're actually going up an underrated Saints defense. They've allowed
it is a good defense.
They've allowed under 20 points so far this season.
You can't look at that Giants defense like they scrubs either, though.
No, they've got some dudes. Yeah, I'm gonna go Giants here, and I want to make a little shout out to Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler's actually played not that bad, bro. If I'm being real, but
I would still start him over Tyler Shuck any day.
No, 100%. But hey, I'm gonna go Giants here again. More talented. I'm excited to see what Jackson Dart does in this game. It is in New Orleans, so I think it'll be a tough game. But I got more confidence in this Giants defense to make it real hard on Spencer Rattler. I think Dart will make some plays.
All right. And we got Denver at Philadelphia
here. Who again?
Denver at Philadelphia.
Ooh. This is gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a defensive battle. I'm gonna go Philly.
A low-scoring game here.
I'm gonna go Philly because even though Philadelphia to me has not played their best at all this season, but they have found ways to win. And for me, the Broncos. I just think late in games so far this season, I just have more confidence in Philadelphia to figure it out offensively. That was nuts. Compared to
the dream
to Denver, I think Denver still for me has questions offensively.
Oh yeah.
Even though their defense, I believe, will keep it competitive, it's just hard to bet against the Eagles right now. They just find ways to get it done.
They are the outright Super Bowl champs. I'm gonna have to agree with you there. No more discussion there.
All good.
Then we got Miami at Carolina. I actually think Carolina bounces back.
Yeah,
I do think
too.
Bryce does have a better game. Tua without Hill is a formality.
Shout out to A-Chain though.
Shout out to A-Chain. He will get his carries. He will get his touches. Sometimes he's off. I feel like it depends on Mike. I got faith in Bryce, man. I got faith.
Yeah, I'm going with Carolina too, man. I'm going to go with Bryce Young and that Carolina team. Their defense has been a little up and down for me, but I look at that offense and I think T-Mac has his best performance of the season so far in this game.
I can see it. Their secondary is not too
the Dolphins secondary is
god awful.
Iffy at best, respectfully. So I'm gonna go Carolina. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think Tua's gonna make some plays here, but you're right. I just think the fact that Tyreek is not there no more for the season. I think that just takes away from an offense that already this season does not look good. So Carolina.
At all, brother, at all. And then we got Houston at Baltimore. I do think this is a game where CJ Stroud's confidence can definitely skyrocket on to the rest of the season. Obviously, it's been a very tough start for him. There's been a lot of talk about what's going on with his performances, looking a bit lackluster, but looked good last week. Hopefully, he could build upon that performance. We obviously talked about Ravens earlier in this video.
Yeah.
They had their struggles. I'm taking Houston.
100%. I'm going Houston too, especially the fact that Lamar Jackson didn't even practice today. It looks like Cooper Rush.
He is not playing.
Yeah, Cooper Rush is going to get the start. And respect to Cooper Rush, I think is actually a decent backup.
He's one of the better backups in the league.
But I think Houston more healthier right now, and the fact that Lamar isn't out there. Yes, he still got Derrick Henry, but the Ravens has just been decimated by injuries so far this season. We talked about it. I'm going to go Houston here.
All right. We're green today. I appreciate that.
Let's go, man.
Yeah. And then we got Tennessee at Arizona. I do think, honestly, trap game for the Cardinals. And I do think Cam gets his first win. As you can see in the last press conference, he wasn't too shabby about his team.
He said we're
kind of ass. So I think the team not getting mad from that comment, but kind of addressing that comment and putting it all into this game. And I think, in my opinion, the Arizona just hasn't looked impressive to me. And I think Kyler has looked okay
at best.
At best, exactly. My point. So I do take Tennessee in an upset here, and I do think it's low scoring.
You're right. This definitely has trap game type feels, and it'll be great for Cam Ward to get his first win. But I'm going to go Arizona here. I think Arizona knows that they haven't played their best so far this season. You're right. Kyler Murray, for me, has been average for me. But I was really happy to see Marvin Harrison after the few drops he had to come back and make some plays. I think people are
CD situations like calm down. Just like
guys are. Yeah, like Marvin Harrison's going to be junior is going to be all right, dude. Okay, he's had a few drops, but bro, it happens. I think he's still going to be a very good wide receiver. Yes, the James Conner injury, no doubt that sucks. We talked about it last pod. Yeah. But I'm going to go Arizona here. I think Arizona takes care of business against a team that they should come out and let it be known who the better team is.
Absolutely. And we got Tampa Bay traveling to Seattle here.
This is a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be a barn burner. And
It's gonna be
Baker, man, he's been playing great.
JSN, bro.
JSN's been playing great. Igbuka's been playing great.
Yes,
Buckley's looked great.
Mm-hmm.
And
Kenneth Walker as well. Kenneth Walker's
looks good. Finally, behind a way better O-line than what was last year.
Abraham Lucas, Charles Cross, and Greg Zubo, who they drafted, those three guys have really started now to show their quality up front, and they're finally opening up holes for Kenneth Walker to run through.
Because he is a great back.
He's super talented, but if you can't block,
you're not.
Yeah, if you can't block, running backs can't show how good they are.
So. Yeah, no, serious. But I am taking Tampa Bay, and they're on a roll right now, and they got Godwin back, and they got Igbuka, and I don't think offensively it's a problem. I do think defensively they will be able to stop Sam.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. You're right. I think Seattle's defense is really good.
They're an underrated defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers just because there's just something about Baker right now, man. Like
on a roll.
When you watch him late in games, he just makes it happen.
He's up there with Mahomes in the clutch quarterbacks. Man.
Baker's been balling, man. Ever since he got to Tampa Bay, can we all agree? I don't know if I've ever said
ever had it.
Can we? We can make a case since he's gone to Tampa Bay. He's been a top 10 quarterback.
He is in top 10 for me.
And yes, I believe Mike Evans' status is questionable. I don't know if he's going to play this week.
If not, I still take him.
Chris Godwin might make his debut, so that could be an added plus. They might be missing Tristan Wirfs, their star tackle. I don't know if he's going to play. But, yeah, I'm still going to go Tampa Bay here for me. They've shown for me more so far this season than Seattle has. I think Seattle has actually been not that bad.
Unfortunately.
Same record, obviously, but I'm going to go Tampa Bay here. But it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one.
This one's quite easy. You got Detroit traveling to Cincinnati, and I'm taking Detroit.
I'm going to go Cincinnati.
All right. Score prediction on that one?
No, I'm gonna go Detroit here. Respectfully to Jake Browning, who I think is a good backup, but unfortunately, these last 2 weeks, I hate to say it, but I mean, if it was him or Jamarcus Russell, I couldn't be able to tell the difference.
Oh, okay.
But it is what it is. I think Jake Browning will play better than he has the last few weeks. I think definitely we'll see Jamar Chase get more involved because it's like Jamar Chase has disappeared since these last couple of weeks. But I actually think this game will actually be competitive, to believe, because I don't think the Bengals for 3 straight weeks get embarrassed, bro. Like that. I don't know. These guys got too much pride for that to happen. But you're right. I'm going with Detroit. They're obviously the better team because the Bengals don't have arguably the best quarterback in football in Joe Burrow. So I'm going to go Detroit here.
He's going to go Detroit here.
Yeah.
And then we got Washington going against Los Angeles Chargers. And I do think
Jaden's back.
Jaden's back. He's back. But I do think going against the pissed off Chargers, also Jaden coming back from an injury, I think he's going to be a little bit tender. I like to
rusty. You think
rusty? Another word for it is good. But yeah, and you're traveling to Los Angeles as well. I do think it's going to be a close game. That's a game I'm definitely going to be watching as well. That's going to be a really good game. Jaden's back. But I do think Los Angeles takes it in a close game.
I want to go Chargers here because they're the better team.
Hey, I'm never going to hate a Jaden Daniels pick, man.
They're the better team, and you're right. I think they will respond really well off last week's performance.
Terrible. Yeah,
and shout out to Mario Hampton, who had his first big game, and he looked really good. He looked like the Mario Hampton.
And it was a game
at UNC.
And it was a game where Burrow looked terrible, but you see what happens when your O-line is hurt. You see what happens when you don't address your O-line, which the Chargers do, but you see what happens when injuries do happen.
Yeah,
even the best quarterbacks could look a little risk.
Thanks for bringing it up. I was gonna say, like losing Joel for now, it's gonna look like he's on IR. Obviously, Rashawn Slater, we know he's out for the season, so you lose 2 really good young tackles. So I think it's gonna be tough, man. And for Herbert, man, and not having his 2 guys to protect him on the outside, but
that's a detrimental feeling.
Even though I think the Chargers will win, I think the Commanders pull up a performance here. I think Jaden comes back and he plays really well. I think we have a big Terry McLaurin game.
Chargers are good for losing games like this.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Commanders here, but this could be a flip-flop game.
It's going to be another good game here. We've got New England traveling to Buffalo.
I should have kept this. See, I should have kept this game for the flip flop, bro. I'm gonna go Patriots here, bro, over Buffalo. I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna change my respect to Jaden. I'm gonna go Chargers Commanders. This is gonna be the game where for me. I'm gonna go Patriots over Bills for me.
I'm gonna go vanilla pick. I'm gonna go Josh. Josh has been playing like he has last year, his MVP season. He's been playing phenomenal, he's been doing his job. And that Buffalo defense is all right, not too good.
They're solid,
but I think Buffalo gets it done.
I'm gonna go with New England here because New England's been playing pretty well, man, and their offense is slowly but surely starting to really kick on here. And we talked about it. There haven't been that much quarterbacks playing better these last couple of weeks than Drake Maye.
So I think it could be a high-scoring game too.
The fact it's in Buffalo is where that's Buffalo at home. That's a different beast. But I'm going New England here. I'm going to give. I think Drake Maye and those guys, that young team, they pull out a win here, and they put the league on notice that we are going to be the second best team in that division, and a team that's going to be pushing the Bills in this division for years to come.
That should. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And the last game on Monday, we got Kansas City going to Jacksonville. I think
it's actually a decent game, but
it's gonna be a decent game. I think KC takes us.
Yeah, they're starting to click, huh?
Mahomes, how he looked against the Ravens, how he played, I think it was great. And once they get Rice back, I think it's gonna be a problem.
Bro, no glaze, bro. But isn't Patrick Mahomes just like the greatest thing you've ever seen? Anyways, the Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm gonna go Chiefs here.
The glaze.
What do you mean? What did I say? But look, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm just not sold on Jacksonville yet. If they get this win, I might be. But the Chiefs' last 2 weeks have started to look like the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy's back. I think Rashee Rice will be back in a few weeks as well. So but surely their offensive pieces are coming back. I still think they got to make a move at the deadline for either running back or a wide receiver.
I do think so, and I think they will. They're Chiefs are a type of team to do that.
Yeah, but I think the Chiefs here are starting to kick on right now. Their defense is starting to look like the defense we saw last year as well. So I just think with Andy Reid as well and that team, what they got going on, I think they pull out the win. They pull out the win against Jags. But I think
question for you.
Yeah,
they do trade for somebody, wide receiver or running back. Who do you think it is now that Tyreek's hurt?
I would not be surprised, bro, because we know the Chiefs and Andy Reid, they do a lot of gimmicky. They do a lot of, they do a lot of interesting stuff on offense. I will not be surprised if they should call up Chicago for DJ Moore.
Hey, that's actually not a bad call. That's not a bad call at all. I do think that's a very open thing DJ would be open to doing. And DJ Moore,
he can do a lot of different stuff. He obviously lines out wide, but you can put him in as you can line him up in jet sweeps. You can play him at, in different spots across the offense. So yeah, I won't be surprised. That's to be an interesting one. I got to look more about potential wide receivers.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
But going back to this game, I think the Chiefs pull it out for sure.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs pull it out. So that's all the topics for today, folks. Make sure you like and subscribe. We appreciate you joining us here. The Point After Pod as usual, man.
Yes.
51, man. We're gonna be back with 52 of
course
next week.
Bro. Crazy.
We're just rolling, man.
We rolling. And guess what though? I know you're about to say it, but I gotta do it. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow our socials, but also the Point After Podcast socials, man. We want to engage with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to build this empire up.
I know.
With our
little 40-some subscribers. We love y'all.
Hey. All I gotta say is one thing, and I'm not gonna do that cringy thing you said.
All right.
Duval.